Welcome to another deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're going to be talking all about charisma. You know, that quality some people just, they have.
Oh, they just got it.
They draw people in.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got this fascinating collection of YouTube videos from experts in communication and social dynamics, Vanessa Van Edwards.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
Charlie Houpert.
I love him.
Charisma on Command.
And yes.
So we're going to be diving deep into these videos, kind of unlocking the secrets of charisma.
The cheat sheet.
Yeah, think of it as a cheat sheet. And who knows, you might even be able to level up your own charisma in the process.
I love it.
Okay. Hey.
No, so I think it's funny, when we think about charisma, we think about it as this magical thing.
Right.
It's like you're either born with it or you're not.
Right.
But I think what's exciting about these videos is that they really debunk that myth.
Okay.
And it's not just about like some people are just naturally charismatic. What's exciting is that they show us how charisma is really a skill, a set of tools that really anybody can learn and refine.
So that's really encouraging.
Yeah.
And it's not just like something you're stuck with.
Yeah.
So where do we even begin with this whole charisma building thing?
Well, Vanessa Van Edwards, who wrote the book Cues.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
And she was on the Lewis House podcast.
Yeah.
And she breaks charisma down into two core elements: warmth and competence.
Warmth and competence.
Yeah.
So you want to seem approachable, but also like, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like trustworthy,
Yeah.
likable, but also intelligent and capable.
Okay, so like that friend everyone loves because they're fun to be around, but you also know they've got your back.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what's fascinating is that Van Edwards shows how this warmth-competence balance isn't just some abstract concept.
Right.
It plays out visually, too.
Oh, interesting.
Like on book covers, even LinkedIn profiles.
Okay.
Like, think about it, a book with a really inviting cover.
Yeah, you want to pick it up?
You want to pick it up, but it also needs to signal that it's insightful and well-written. Or you're going to put it down just as fast.
So it's all about that first impression, whether it's in person or even online.
Yeah.
Setting that tone of like, hey, I'm someone you want to get to know.
Precisely.
Okay.
And speaking of first impressions, Charlie Houpert, who does a lot of coaching on confidence and charisma, he has this rule. He calls it the 60-second fun, trust, respect rule.
60-second fun, trust, respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says you have to nail those three elements: fun, trustworthiness, and respectability within the first minute you meet somebody.
Wow. Okay.
Really make a strong impact.
So like imagine you're at a networking event.
Yeah.
Someone walks up, cracks a joke.
They're interested in you.
Yeah.
They're a pro in their field. You're like,
I'm Herc.
tell me more.
Yeah.
I want to learn more.
It's almost like a mental checklist our brains are running through.
Yes.
In those first few seconds.
Totally.
Like, are they fun? Can I trust them? Do they know their stuff?
Exactly. And if you tick those boxes, you're in.
You're in.
Yeah.
Wow. It reminds me of that study where they found that people decide whether they like someone within just a few seconds of meeting them.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that also means that we have a lot of power to influence those perceptions.
Oh, okay.
And a big part of that is nonverbal communication.
Oh, right. Body language. Huge.
It's not just what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Van Edwards dives deep into this.
Okay.
She even breaks down personal space into zones.
Oh, like how close you stand to someone?
Yeah, intimate, personal, social, and public.
Wow.
And especially now with video calls and, so many photos, understanding these zones is crucial.
Especially like on a video call if you're like way too close to the camera.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Even if you're saying all the right things.
Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable.
It's like that Close Talker episode of Seinfeld.
Oh, totally.
Like no one wants to feel their personal space invaded. But like backing up a bit, being mindful of those boundaries, it just makes you so much more approachable.
For sure.
Okay, so space is one thing, but how about how we actually move?
Oh, this is where it gets really interesting. Van Edwards talks about prey versus predator movement.
Prey versus predator.
Yeah. You know how a skittish animal makes all these like jerky, unpredictable movements?
Right.
That's prey movement.
Okay.
And it subconsciously signals nervousness and lack of confidence.
So you don't want to look like prey.
No.
Got it.
But predator movement, on the other hand,
okay,
like a lion stalking its prey, it's smooth, controlled, deliberate.
Okay.
That projects power and authority, key components of charisma.
So not that we should be like stalking people like lions or anything.
No.
But being aware of how our movements contribute to that overall impression.
Yes.
Like not fidgeting, keeping gestures smooth and purposeful.
Own your space, move with intention.
I like that move with intention.
Even small things like keeping your palms open when you gesture can make a big difference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, open palms signal honesty and openness,
Ah,
while even a slight head tilt can suggest that you're listening intently
interesting.
and you're open to what the other person's saying.
It's fascinating how much we communicate without even saying a word.
I know.
It's like we could be totally undermining our own charisma by not being aware of these nonverbal cues.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And don't forget the power of the voice.
Oh, yes. The voice.
Van Edwards talks about that question inflection.
Oh, yeah.
Like ending statements with a rising tone, making them sound like questions.
Which makes you sound less confident.
Right, even if you're saying something brilliant.
Even if you have the best ideas.
It's like you're seeking validation instead of owning it.
Exactly.
It reminds me of that study she mentioned where doctors with warm, confident voices had way fewer malpractice lawsuits.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It just shows how much those vocal cues can influence trust and perception. Okay, so we've covered warmth, competence, the importance of nonverbal cues.
But what about what we actually say?
Ah, yes.
How can we use storytelling and humor to boost our charisma?
Those are key ingredients for sure.
A good story can really draw people in, right?
Absolutely.
And the right kind of humor can just break the ice instantly.
It creates a connection.
Yeah.
Storytelling helps us connect with people on a deeper level,
Okay.
more emotional level.
Yeah.
It allows us to share experiences, perspectives, vulnerabilities in a way that resonates. Think about some of the most charismatic leaders and speakers.
Yeah.
They weave compelling stories into their messages.
Right.
And humor, when used appropriately, can be incredibly disarming.
Yeah.
It can lighten the mood, put people at ease, make you seem more relatable.
And I love how Charlie Hubert talks about going first in humanizing an interaction.
He's big on that.
Yeah, instead of waiting for someone else to set the tone, he encourages us to be the ones to break the ice.
Yes.
To offer a genuine compliment.
Yes.
To be the first to show a little vulnerability.
Yes.
It sets the stage for more authentic connection.
It does.
It's like be the change you want to see in the world.
Yes.
You want more authentic connections.
Go first.
Be the one to initiate them.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know we touched on Charlie Hubert's 6 charismatic mindsets earlier.
Right.
But I think they deserve a deeper dive.
Let's do it.
These seem less about like specific techniques and more about cultivating the right inner foundation for charisma to blossom.
Yes. They're about building genuine confidence and connection from the inside out.
So like creating fertile ground for your charisma to grow.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's unpack these mindsets because I think they'll really resonate with our listener.
Absolutely.
These sound like powerful beliefs that can transform how we approach interactions.
For sure.
So the first mindset is no matter what, I will be okay.
You'll be okay.
It's about releasing that fear of rejection or failure.
Yeah.
Like embracing the idea that even if things don't go as planned, you'll be all right.
Yes.
And that frees you up to be more present and confident because you're not so attached to the outcome.
It's like that feeling of taking a deep breath before diving into a pool.
Okay.
You know, you'll be fine whether you make a perfect splash or not.
Yeah.
That sense of inner security can really boost your charisma.
So it's about shifting our focus from external validation to a deeper sense of self-acceptance.
Exactly, yeah. And the second mindset kind of builds on that. It's, I care more about my character than my reputation.
Oh, okay.
So it's really about prioritizing integrity and
Yeah.
being true to yourself, even if it means making mistakes or not always pleasing everyone.
It reminds me of that quote, what other people think of me is none of my business.
Yes.
It's so easy to get caught up in trying to maintain this perfect image,
Right.
but ultimately people are drawn to authenticity, not perfection.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's that authenticity that fuels true charisma.
Yeah.
But third mindset is, I don't need to convince anyone of anything.
Okay.
It's about letting go of the need to control or manipulate others. It's about respecting people's choices and trusting that they'll make the decisions that are right for them.
I think that's such a crucial mindset shift, especially in a world where we're constantly bombarded with messages trying to influence us.
What's the time?
It's about creating a space for genuine dialogue and connection,
Right.
rather than trying to force our opinions on others.
It's about leading with invitation rather than coercion.
Yeah.
The fourth mindset is, I proactively share my purpose.
Okay.
So this is where your passion comes into play.
Yeah.
It's about being clear about your goals, what excites you, what you're working towards, and sharing that authentically with others.
It's like inviting people into your world.
Yes.
Letting them see what lights you up.
Exactly. And that passion is contagious,
It draws people in.
right? Enthusiasm is a powerful magnet. The fifth mindset, as we discussed earlier, is I go first in humanizing the interaction.
Okay.
It's about setting the tone for openness and vulnerability by taking the initiative, cracking a joke, offering a sincere compliment, sharing something personal.
Right.
It signals that it's safe for others to do the same.
Yeah, it's like give permission to other people to be real. Okay, and finally, the sixth mindset is there are no superiors.
Ah, yes, this is a good one.
This is about treating everyone with respect and recognizing the inherent value in every individual,
Yeah.
regardless of their status or position.
It's about approaching interactions with humility and a genuine desire to connect,
Right.
rather than trying to establish dominance or superiority.
It reminds me of that saying, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about.
Oh, I love that one.
Be kind always.
It's beautifully put, and I think these mindsets, when practiced consistently, can really transform our presence and our impact.
Okay.
They create a foundation for genuine connection and allow our charisma to shine through.
It's like we're building this inner scaffolding for our charisma to stand tall and strong.
I like that.
But, as we're talking about all these positive aspects of charisma, I can't help but think about the flip side. What about the potential for charisma to be misused? We see it all the time, right?
Yeah.
People who are incredibly charismatic but use their charm for manipulative or selfish purposes.
Absolutely. That's a really important point. Charisma is a tool.
Yeah.
And like any tool, it could be used for good or for ill.
Right.
Van Edwards specifically warns about danger zone cues.
Danger zone cues.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds intense. What should we be watching out for?
So imagine someone is smiling at you, but their eyes aren't smiling.
Okay.
It's like a forced, insincere smile. Or they maintain really intense eye contact that feels aggressive,
Oh, yeah.
uncomfortable.
I've definitely experienced that.
Or their body language contradicts their words.
Right.
They're saying all the right things,
Right.
but their posture is closed off or they're fidgeting nervously.
Yeah.
Those kinds of incongruities can be red flags.
So it's about paying attention to those gut feelings if something feels off, even if you can't quite put your finger on it.
Trust your instincts.
Trust your instincts.
Yeah.
Okay, good advice.
Now, this doesn't mean that everyone who displays these cues is intentionally being manipulative.
Okay.
Sometimes it can just be a sign of nervousness or social awkwardness.
Right.
But it's important to be aware of these signals and to trust your intuition.
Okay, so how do we make sure we're using our charisma for good? How do we make sure it's coming from a place of authenticity and positive intention?
Well, it all comes down to self-awareness and alignment.
Okay.
Are your actions congruent with your values?
Right.
Are you using your influence to uplift others or to manipulate them?
Yeah.
Are you seeking genuine connection or just superficial validation?
It's like that Gandhi quote, be the change you wish to see in the world.
Yes.
If you want to use your charisma for good,
Right.
embody those qualities of empathy, kindness, and integrity.
Beautifully said.
Let those be the driving forces behind your interactions.
And remember, it's a journey.
Mhm.
We're all constantly learning and evolving.
Yeah.
The key is to be mindful, to check in with our intentions, and to make sure that our actions are aligned with our values.
It's like we're constantly calibrating our internal compass,
Yeah.
making sure we're heading in the direction of authenticity and positive impact.
I love that.
Now, I know we've covered a ton of ground here,
A lot.
from the science of first impressions to nonverbal cues to charismatic mindsets.
Yeah,
It's a lot to take in.
it is.
But what I love about these videos is that they give us concrete tools and insights
Right.
that we can actually apply in our daily lives.
It's not just theory. It's about practical application.
Yeah, so let's break it down for our listener.
Right.
If they're feeling inspired to boost their own charisma,
Yeah.
where should they start?
Well, first and foremost, I would encourage them to start paying attention to their own nonverbal communication.
Okay.
How are they using space?
Yeah.
What kinds of movements are they making? Are they projecting warmth and confidence?
Right.
Or are they unintentionally sending signals of nervousness or insecurity?
It's like becoming aware of our own body language operating system,
Yeah.
right? Like we're often operating on autopilot,
Yeah.
but by bringing conscious awareness to those nonverbal cues, we can start to make intentional shifts.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I didn't realize I was crossing my arms every time someone asked me a question.
Right. Maybe that's sending the wrong message.
Exactly. And don't forget the power of the voice.
Right. The voice.
Are you ending statements with upward inflections, making them sound like questions? Are you speaking clearly and confidently,
Right.
projecting your voice so you can be heard? Even small adjustments to your vocal tone and delivery can have a big impact.
I know I've been guilty of the question inflection thing.
Oh, me too.
It's a habit I'm working on breaking.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much more confident I feel when I end my statements with a strong downward inflection.
Yes.
It's like I'm owning my words.
You are owning your words.
Okay, and when it comes to the content of our conversations,
Right.
think about ways to incorporate storytelling and humor.
Yeah,
Personal anecdotes can make your communication more engaging and memorable.
absolutely.
And a well-placed joke or a bit of playful banter can help to build rapport and create a more relaxed atmosphere.
It just lightens the mood.
Yeah, it's not about becoming a stand-up comedian.
But finding ways to inject a bit of humor and personality into your interactions.
Yeah, like maybe instead of just saying I'm a project manager,
Right.
you could say I'm a project manager. Basically, I herd cats for a living.
That's a good one.
You know?
Yeah, it's self-deprecating, but it makes you seem more relatable.
Exactly. And remember Charlie Hoopert's advice to go first in humanizing the interaction.
Yes.
Be the one to break the ice.
Right.
Offer a genuine compliment or share something a bit vulnerable.
Right.
It creates a sense of trust and encourages others to reciprocate.
Okay. And when it comes to those 6 charismatic mindsets,
Okay.
I'd encourage our listener to pick one that really resonates with them and focus on embodying in it consistently.
Yeah, instead of trying to overhaul your entire personality, focus on cultivating one specific mindset at a time.
Okay.
Make it your mantra, for example, if you tend to be overly concerned with what other people think of you.
Yeah.
I care more about my character than my reputation. Your guiding principle.
Okay.
Remind yourself of it daily. Let it inform your decisions and actions.
It's like choosing one tool from your charisma toolbox.
Yes.
And really mastering it before moving on to the next one.
Exactly. Now, one thing that really struck me as intriguing in these videos was the emphasis on authenticity.
Oh, yeah?
All of these experts really stress that trying to be someone you're not is a recipe for disaster.
So the whole fake till you make it approach doesn't really fly when it comes to charisma.
Not at all. In fact, it can backfire spectacularly.
Okay.
People can sense when you're being inauthentic, and it erodes trust.
Right.
True charisma comes from a place of self-acceptance and genuineness.
So how do we tap into that? How do we tap into our authentic selves and project that charisma?
It starts with self-awareness.
Okay.
What are your values? What are your passions? What makes you unique? Once you have a clear understanding of your authentic self, you can start to express it more fully in your interactions.
It's about embracing our individuality and letting our true selves shine through, not trying to fit into some preconceived mold of what we think charisma should look like.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to let your guard down a bit. Vulnerability can be incredibly powerful in creating connection.
Oh, okay.
It shows people that you're human, that you're not afraid to be real.
Yeah, it's about being willing to show our imperfections, our human side.
Yes, and as we're talking about all this, it's striking me that charisma isn't just about being the loudest or most extroverted person in the room.
Right.
There are different flavors of charisma.
Oh, yeah.
Van Edwards talks about this too. You can be the quiet, thoughtful listener who commands attention with their presence and insight.
Right.
Or you can be the witty commentator who makes everyone laugh.
Okay, so charisma comes in many forms.
It does.
It's about finding your unique style and expressing it authentically.
Yeah, it's not about trying to be a carbon copy of someone else. It's about being the best version of yourself.
So to bring it back to that idea of charisma as a tool, how do we ensure we're wielding it responsibly? We talked about those danger zone cues, but is there anything else we should keep in mind?
Well, I think it's important to remember that charisma can be a powerful tool for influence. And with great power comes great responsibility.
Right. It's like that Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. We have to be mindful of how we're using our influence.
So how do we ensure that we're using our charisma ethically and responsibly?
It comes down to intention.
Sure.
Are you using your charisma to build others up, to create positive change, to make the world a better place?
Right.
Or are you using it to manipulate or control others for your own personal gain?
It's a question of alignment. Are your actions congruent with your values?
Precisely. Charisma at its best is about empowering others, inspiring action, and creating a more positive and connected world.
Okay.
It's not about using your charm to get ahead at the expense of others.
So if we're thinking about charisma as a superpower, it's about using it for good, not for evil.
Exactly.
It's about being a force for positive change in the world.
It's about leveraging your influence to make a difference, to inspire others, to create a ripple effect of positivity.
And, as we're wrapping up this deep dive, I can't help but think about some of the most charismatic figures we see in the world.
Yeah.
Both in real life and in pop culture.
Right.
They all have such different styles and approaches, but there's something about them that just draws people in.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how Charisma can manifest in so many different ways. Think about someone like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
His charisma is rooted in his quiet strength and unwavering integrity.
Right.
He's not flashy or flamboyant,
Huh.
but people are drawn to his authenticity and his selfless leadership.
Yeah, he's the epitome of a reluctant leader.
Yes.
Yet people are just drawn to his authenticity and selflessness. And then you have someone like Bill Clinton,
Oh, yeah.
who is known for his incredible ability to connect with people on a one-to-one level, like making you feel seen and heard.
Yeah, like you're the only person in the room.
Exactly.
Is it?
And then you have someone like Donald Trump,
Oh, yeah.
whose charisma is rooted in like his bold pronouncements, his unwavering self-belief.
He definitely knows how to command attention,
Yeah.
even if it's through provocation.
So it's interesting how each of these figures taps into different aspects of charisma, right?
Lovely.
Some are warm and empathetic, while others are more commanding and assertive.
Yeah, and I think what's important to recognize is that charisma isn't this one-size-fits-all formula.
Right.
It's
Yes.
about finding your authentic expression
Yeah.
and leveraging it in a way that feels true to you.
It's about being the best version of yourself, not trying to emulate someone else's style.
Exactly. And remember, charisma isn't just about outward appearances or grand gestures.
Right.
It's about the subtle cues,
Yeah.
the small acts of kindness, the genuine interest you show in others.
It's about those everyday moments
Yeah.
where we choose to connect, to uplift, to inspire.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive into charisma, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
What if the most powerful form of charisma is the one that's rooted in empathy and compassion? The kind that seeks to empower others and to create positive change in the world.
So what if, at its core, charisma is about making the world a more humane and connected place?
Maybe that's the real superpower we should all be striving for.
It's a goal worth pursuing, for sure. And as you go about your day, I encourage you to pay attention to those small opportunities to express your charisma,
Yeah,
to connect with others, to make a difference, you know?
absolutely.
Remember, charisma's a journey.
It is.
It's a continuous process of growth and self-discovery.
And if you're looking for more guidance on this journey,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out the resources that we mentioned. Vanessa Van Edwards' website,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Hoopert's Charisma University,
Yes.
and those insightful YouTube channels. We'll link them in the show notes so you can explore further.
Perfect.
They're packed with practical tips and thought-provoking insights that can really help you unlock your own unique charismatic potential.
So keep practicing, keep experimenting, keep diving deep into this fascinating world of human connection.
Yes.
You never know what you might discover about yourself
That's right.
and the impact you can have on the world.
Until next time, keep shining your light.